Hi everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Today's recipe is for delicious peanut butter balls. These are really easy to make and they're no bake. The batter has a soft, smooth texture and it's optional whether you want to add the nuts or not, but it does have some Rice Krispies in it that gives it a nice little crunch. Today I'm going to put chopped pecans in half the batter. And you can substitute the nuts for almonds or peanuts or walnuts, whatever type of nut you prefer. And if you don't want any nuts in it, you can leave it completely without. So here we'll just get together a few simple ingredients and we'll get started. So take a large mixing bowl and add 4 teaspoons of soft butter to get started. Then add 1 cup of peanut butter to that. Now then just add 1 cup of icing sugar. And it's also 1 cup of Rice Krispies. Then take a large spoon and start mixing that together. It doesn't have to be mixed up completely. We still need to add a little bit of vanilla. So now then add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Continue mixing until it's thoroughly combined. I'm going to take about half my dough and form them into balls before I add any nuts to it. So this batter will just have the Rice Krispies in it, but no nuts, and that's for those people that don't like nuts. But I'm also taking the other half of the batter and adding some chopped pecans. So I'll add 1/4 cup of chopped pecans to half the batter if you're doing it this way. But if you wanted nuts in the whole batter, just double that amount. And then continue mixing this really well. I have to get my hands in there to get the nuts to mix into the dough properly. And then you continue forming small balls about 1 inch across until you have the dough all used up, of course. Then you take out and pour a little bit of icing sugar into a small bowl for coating the outside of some. Or you can also melt chocolate. I melt milk chocolate. I use a Jersey chocolate bar and that works quite well. Then take and dip your peanut butter balls in the chocolate and set it on the parchment paper to set. So I just did a little bit of both. I did some with icing sugar coating and some with chocolate. And you can roll it in coconut even if you wanted to. I didn't do that this time. I just did the 2, but just as an FYI, you could do that if you wanted to. And then I set these aside in a cool spot to set. Now these peanut butter balls are actually quite nice to look at. They're very decorative. When you put them on a plate together, they look like something that you want to try. And once you do try them, you're like, oh my goodness, it's love at first bite. Now you can take a little bit of icing sugar and sprinkle over the top of the ones with the icing sugar on it, and that's to make sure that they're coated evenly and it gives it a little extra special effect. And biting into one of these just gives you that nice creamy, smooth texture of the filling that's made with peanut butter, and then you get a little bit of a crunch with it with the Rice Krispies, and an even bigger crunch if you put nuts in it. And the fillings just sweeten nicely with the icing sugar to make it very mellow and pleasant. And this is quick and easy to make, and anybody can make them. So thank you so much for watching Best Recipes with Sharon, and until next time, happy eating.